O Hecate, guardian to the shadow, illuminate the depths within. Guide us to darkness to embrace our hidden selves. Hecate, keeper of the threshold, stand with us as light's gates. Grant us the courage to step forward into new beginnings and transformations. O Hecate, by reflection in the mirror, reveal the truths that we need to see. Bestow the wisdom of self-awareness so that we may walk our path with clarity. Hail Hecate, triple-formed, ever-present guide. In your mysteries we will find a way. In your light we are reborn. Hi, welcome to Cuppa and Cards. Today we're on episode 2, exploring the mysteries of the Crossroads. We are going to be talking about 3 more of the cards in the suite, or the suit of the mysteries. This is the Shadow, the Threshold, and the Mirror card. So I'm going to hold those up for you. Okay, so my name is Renee Olson. I am the founder of the Sanctuary of Hecate Bromo and the creator of the Crossroads Oracle deck. We are going to go through the mystery suite over the next 4 weeks. Last week we covered the 3 initial cards. Those 3 cards were the Labyrinth, the Veil, and the Oracle. And this week we're going to cover the Shadow, the Threshold, and the Mirror. So we're going to start with the Shadow card, and I'm going to hold that up for you. The Shadow card challenges us to confront hidden parts of ourselves and embrace growth through shadow work. The key words to this card are darkness, reflection, and inner self. The Shadow card symbolizes the darker aspects of self and the world around us. It represents the parts of ourselves that we may hide or deny, yet which hold valuable lessons. This card invites the seeker to confront their shadow and recognize the role it has in their personal growth. In ancient times, Hecate was revealed as a goddess of liminal spaces, the thresholds between worlds. She presided over transitions and was often depicted at crossroads, symbolizing her role as guardian of the unseen realms. This card represents the boundary between the two. It symbolizes modern practices, especially within the Sanctuary of Covenant of Hecate. It's an important part of understanding who you are and knowing how you fit into your own world. A lot of times we like to hide from ourselves. We don't like to put forth that part of us that might make us uncomfortable. Or it might make us feel subconscious. So when we look at the shadow and we really look at who we are, we then soon understand who we are and how we're able to move forward. So this is the shadow card. It's darkness, reflections, and inner self. So I'm going to hold that up for you again. Okay. Our next card is the threshold card. And this card's keywords are transition, gateway, and new beginnings. Got that up for you. The threshold card represents a point of transition between one phase of life into another. It symbolizes a gateway of new experiences and potential for transformation. This card encourages the seeker to step forward with confidence, embracing new beginnings. So when we think about this card and when we're pulling it up for us to work on, it's going to talk about that point, that area where we are at one to cross over, whether it be learning a new skill or learning a new language or developing yourself to become a better oracle, or those places where you cross over from one spot to another. Transitioning, gateways, and new beginnings, you're going to look at this kind of work around new moon as well. So when you're working between that dark phase and the new moon, you're going to find that that's when you're going to do a lot more of this work. So again, this is the threshold card. I'm going to hold that up for you. And again, those keywords are transition, gateway, and new beginnings. Our last card for this talk is the mirror card. So I'm going to hold that up for you. And this one is reflection, truth, and self-awareness. The The mirror card symbolizes the act of self-reflection in the pursuit of truth. It represents the ability to see oneself clearly and understand the reality of the situation. This card invites the seeker to look inward, recognizing the truth that is reflected back at them. So when we think about this particular card, we're going to think about how we view ourselves, right? And if you're doing this reading for someone else, it's going to be how that person, how the client views themselves. It means that they need to step back and take a look at what's happening. They know the truth. It's staring them in the face. They just need to see it, if you will. So then again, this was part 2 of our series on the mysteries of the Oracle. This was the shadow, the threshold, and the mirror. So I'm going to hold those up for you one more time. There's the mirror and the shadow and the threshold. I want to thank you so much for joining me for part 2. I'm going to be putting together part 3 next. As we go through this series, please feel free to leave your comments in the comments section. I'll answer them as quickly as I can. And if you want to follow along, there is a handbook for this available on my website, and the card deck is available as well on hecatebromo.org. I hope you have a glorious day today, and we'll talk soon.